Welcome back, attractive and well-educated watchers, to a brand new episode of The Frontier. Crown Madness was the opening debut of this season, but that didn't go horribly. And everybody is back. Everybody, feel free to say hello.
I'm Anase Skyrider playing Aldous Ronan, the Human Armor Artificer.
You know, I just realized we forgot to do that last time.
Yeah, we're trying to get that back in as a regular thing, yeah.
I am Adam. I am playing Tornor Fire. I'm Adam. I'm playing Tornor Firestrike, the Wildfire Circle Druid dwarf.
I'm Flicker, playing Calden, the Bladesinger.
Seth, it's your turn!
I'm Oleg! And that's about all I can say.
Izet's intros keep getting less informative each time.
It's great.
Eventually, I expect her to just say Oleg really slowly, and that's the entire intro.
Oleg.
Oleg.
No, but let's be real. I mean, it doesn't really matter what Oleg is. He's Oleg.
He's just Oleg.
Oleg is Oleg.
Yes.
I am Seth Gatomia. I play a Gnarl, Recultier, Druid of Land, and requisite group furry.
Oh, speaking of furries, Seth, my brother said that your cat is amazing. That is all.
Oh my god.
As
okay.
he's ever seen, he says.
So, with that, we, of course, have a little bit of block text. Because when do we not have a little bit of block text? 2 days go by, and slowly the 5th of October arrives upon you. The cool season is coming on, and animals are getting slower and fattening up on the wild forage. Pao Yu announced her Pao Yu yesterday announced her abdication to now Queen Inarl Reculter, Den Mother of Tian Tong. Long may she reign. While she will remain for a few days, she very much plans to go on pilgrimage into the farther west to find herself. Her apprentice, Chunai Li, will stay in Tian Tong to take up the role of Tian Tong's head necromancer despite her young age and having only just entered into the realm of proper wizardry. Her administrator will also stay under the services of the new Queen Inarl. The princes have left, and with them the crown of Tian Tong, freeing your people from the dread attentions of the Eastern Seas Empire. No longer will their airships plague the skies over Crypt Canyon. While Sir Benjamin Bug has remained with his small holdout of Vectron's faithful on Prince Island, Torg had disappeared back into Crocodile Island for a couple days, seeking to get his best friend for Tornor to make smart. As you all come about midday during a light mist over the entire region with deep gray cloud cover, a long caravan comes through the northeastern entry into the canyon, marching across the now dreary moist fields to the north. You all find your way to the caravan head at about the same time, and see that it is headed by a gnome who looks none too impressed by the canyon at large, and more than a bit impatient. "Are you the party contracted by Gundwissa Whistlebranch? I am with the Frontier Establishment Cooperative, a statistician undergoing a survey of presently active colonies. Do you mind we take this to your settlement? I have wagons and staff."
Do you have any verifiable identification? Just to be safe. We've had quite a few run-ins.
Yes, of course. He reaches into his, long cloak and grabs a big fat stack of parchment and hands it to you. Big folded up, kind of like a newspaper.
Aldous looks through the papers.
Seems legit.
Yes, please. Thank you, sir.
Excellent. Where do I go? I see the colony must have spread quite far apart at this point.
Yeah, it has.
Yeah, you could say that.
We're making effective usage of our available land.
You could come to our settlement. And Calden's gonna gesture to Oleg as well.
We have a lot of tasty food, fresh fruit, just harvested, and happy cheese.
It's to the west of here.
It's the furthest into the canyon.
I was gonna say, you guys are actually the closest in the canyon.
Yeah, we are.
Closest to the canyon.
He's coming from the northeast.
Oh, okay. I thought he came from the south.
The more moist fields is what Shy said.
Yeah.
where we meet him. So somewhere in this area.
We would say, like, you probably meet him around here. Just underneath the 5.
So a whole 2 miles away.
2 miles out from Alis Ethasari, you know? We'll still take...
Double check that measurement's still good. Hold on a second.
Please do.
Yep, about 9.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So, about 2 miles out from Alis Ethasari. That's where you want to take him? Not to Dalnama?
Yeah.
Okay.
Place first.
Do them in counterclockwise order.
We do have Alis Ethasari and Lathmealy is the largest combined settlement.
I think Tian Tong is, actually.
Is it?
Well, yeah, after the Harengon, popped out, like, over 100.
Okay, that's fair.
That's kind of a thing they do. Like, and also, Tian Tong got the largest collective group of dwarves.
From Mountain Home.
From Mountain Home, yeah, refugees.
Owner gets to live among his people.
Well, yeah. So yeah, but it is quite far away and across a big old surface of water that they probably will not be bringing their.
Oh, I've been meaning to ask. What is this part like? Is it like a wall of stone that cuts out into the lake? Or is it like
it's like a wall of stone that cuts out into the Lake Minas Tirith style, like a cliffside. So it's got like a flat top. It's got like a flat top. You could look out. You could probably put like a watchtower on the top of it that could see across the entire breadth and depth of the canyon.
Well, what I'm more asking is it like that one city in Skyrim that has that giant hole under it? No, not Whiterun.
No, not Whiterun.
The one.
I know which city.
Yeah. The one with the Imperial headquarters. Solitude. That's it.
Yeah, Solitude.
Is it like Solitude where it has that giant hole under it?
Solitude, Skyrim, images.
No, it does not have a giant hole under it. It is a solid cliffside like Minas Tirith from Lord of the Rings.
Yep.
A big, jutting, triangular, goes straight up. And it is in...
You mean like this, but if we lived underneath that cliffside instead of on top of it? Relevant pictures. Is that what you're trying to say?
That is what I was asking about, yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
If there was nothing underneath it, it was just a big jutting cliffside out into a lake. Rather than a bridge.
Wasn't that how you wanted the topography to be, Flicker, anyway?
It was. I just wasn't sure if Shy went with something else.
Okay, here.
Reasonable.
We'll show you the direct inspiration for this particular thing in relevant pictures.
Yeah.
That, like, big, fat, chunky, just big as you like, flat top, right out into the lake.
Because it never was clear whether we could pass between the Northeast Bongs and the Gourmet Coast.
No, you cannot. You have to go around water. In that sense,
unless you have spider climb.
In that sense, the southeastern shores are quite defensible because you have to go in either from above or the south. The problem is that it might flood in big, really bad seasons.
Me.
Because it's so close to the lake. So, so you bring them to Alis Ethasari. He looks around. He seems a bit unimpressed by it all, but he comes with you too. Where are you gonna bring him?
That's a pretty good question.
Blathmealy would be next.
Well, he's in Alis Ethasari. Where in Alis Ethasari are you gonna bring him?
Oh.
That's a pretty good question.
Yeah. He clearly wants to talk to you in a business-like setting.
Yeah.
Give him a tour.
Unfortunately, I haven't been able to make the manor yet. Outside of Cullen's home, which would be a little small, I think. I don't really know where.
Could show him any fields of wheat and stuff you're growing.
No, it's like raining. It's like drizzling.
I think he wants like a business meeting type thing.
Guy wants to sit down with you guys at a table and talk about the statistic.
Oh.
He's a statistician, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
know where's appropriate to have these guys?
Where?
Dalnama, because the dwarves of Dalnama have been carving out this mountain fortress for like 5 months now.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Have they?
Yeah, that's been their thing. That mine is also their home.
Pretty much.
That's how dwarves work, don't you know?
Yeah. I never thought about it, but as soon as Shy said it during that last RP, I was like, oh yeah, no, that makes sense.
No, it's kind of their thing. Like, and it's especially the Ronin clan's thing. They're the Delvers. They're the ones that get the metal out and make cool things out of it.
Yeah, makes sense.
So we've always been of the assumption that literally as soon as the mine began, they were digging out their own residential areas because they're dwarves.
Very
they're already clearing the rock.
Huh?
Very specifically, though, because of all of the dwarves from Mountain Home who don't have dark vision.
Yeah, he does
Aldous
have a village
stays
outside, yeah.
Yeah, Aldous does stay on the outside to sort of help keep protective. You know, if a threat comes in, he's there and ready.
Yeah. It also
He
is good for loyalty.
He may commission Calden for ever-burning torches, if you will.
Nice.
Me.
Commerce. We likes it. So,
Hey.
do you want to bring him to Dalnama?
I mean, I don't see why not.
I'm gonna say that he can leave his like all of his carts and stuff, anything he doesn't actually need for the meeting here. Because
yes, of course,
place to park.
Right.
Because it's a secure place. We have it's a town.
He leaves a small garrison, if you will, with the one moment. We're doing a little. Yeah, he leaves a small garrison, if you will, with the wagons, and then takes the rest of his staff to Dalnama with you over the next 45 minutes haul. Because that is about the time that it would take walking at a brisk pace through the obnoxiously moist, damp areas in early October in this area of the world. So when you get to the salt mine, he looks around and goes, this seems like a different settlement entirely. And I noticed there was another part of the area with a wall on it. Are they from the outside here?
A wall.
Yes, made of stone. Short thing.
Barthomele.
Oh.
That's, Olex.
I think that would be evidently sort of connected to Aeliseth Asari.
There, he can see the separation of the wooden and the stone walls. They're across rivers from each other.
Me.
The wood in the stone.
Oh, no, sorry, we thought Dalnama. No, but yeah, Blathameli has a stone wall, and Aeliseth Asari's outside of that.
But there are bridges connecting them. There is...
Alright.
Like,
Yeah,
Olek's actual town is right across the stream from Aeliseth Asari.
He's mainly talking about Dalnama. Yeah. Like, that's what he was talking about. The separation from Grand Verdun and Dalnama.
This was our original settlement.
Settlement?
Yes, we stayed here, built these walls for some moderate protection, and spread out. But the dwarves remained.
You mean you
figure we build our home into the mountainside? Not really convenient to move an entire community in the mountains to another cave.
You mean your colony has separated?
Expanded.
Kind of column A, column B.
In RL,
We have spread out.
In RL, you know that's dishonest.
Yeah.
And so do you, Dorner.
Oh my! I'll just let him keep going.
Oh God! Okay.
I'm not a people person, you know. I mean, it's not technically untrue. We did spread out because our interests went in different directions. We got cattle, so we went to the better place for cattle and fields and shit like that. And he's got a mine. He likes, knocking around stones. So, we just expanded out.
We are multiple settlements, but we are still working together.
Oh, my dear. My dear. Oh, well. He reaches over to his satchel, and presumably you give him a table or whatever to be at, because, he's obviously a bureaucrat. And he starts pulling things out. He's clearly a bag of holding, so he pulls out all sorts of kits, all sorts of things that he ends up, quills, ink pots, parchment, other things like that, little jars of different colors of metal powder and things like that. So, when he gets all of it out, he says, as you know, the Frontier Establishment Cooperative has a 98.7% success rate, with almost all of our lovely colonies that we set up on the frontier of this world managing completely and successfully. Now, you are farther out than I thought you would be, but it is still passable, it seems. I will need to know the specifications of how you drifted apart, but if you are all working under the same singular crown and or flag, then that's acceptable.
There have been some incidents.
Incidents? He stops writing on his parchment and looks at you quickly. What do you mean, incidents?
Well, this far out towards towards the edge of reality, quite a number of obstacles can create some significant difficulties.
All right, of course. Yes. There can be incidents.
And we have found that each of our individual methods tend to clash when crammed too close together, but we have been working well with a bit of space.
Yes. I understand that sometimes, yes, and I saw an Eastern Seas Empire flag flying on this island to the south. Is there an explanation for that?
Yes, we had some visitors recently, and they left behind some... hold on, I'm having to deal with a cat.
Some fanatics.
They left behind some missionaries.
I'm not saying that in character, but...
Some missionaries.
Yeah, they left behind some missionaries for Vectron.
The most curious religion I've ever heard of.
I've never heard of it, but... Oh, well... If
they're up and coming.
Well, you have now. They seem to have no guiding principles other than worshipping Vectron. It is quite perplexing.
That explains why there's a flag above the Eastern Seas Empire. Alright.
Yeah,
fair enough.
Apparently all they gotta do is just scream his name loudly and proudly, and that's enough. A little bit loud for my taste.
Well, I'm glad that things have gone well, as of course it would be a mark on the Frontier Establishment Cooperative's record, and we would of course have to fully refund all of your desperately appreciated donations. If you didn't put that together, if you guys had broken apart, he would have to refund all of you.
Well, no, we are certainly still together, going about our own ways.
I mean, hell, it's a good place for mining. They're doing their mining thing here. Me and Naro, we got the fields over there for cattle and plants. There's just better stuff across. This is a pretty diverse area. It depends on what you're looking for.
Indeed, apologies. I'm not terribly schooled in the ways of frontiering.
Well, for example, the particular ways of our party psionic, Olek, their community have particular needs and interests that aren't best suited towards the daily proliferation and existence under minor magical effects. They're more classical, you could call it.
One moment. Are you saying there are different laws for each one of your communities?
I wouldn't call it laws, but more community guidelines.
Cultural preferences.
You have separate stipulations.
Not wildly separate, except for Olek.
Singling out Olek.
Oh my god!
Not to throw shade or anything, it's just,
No. Look, we are next to Kaldin's camp, and the two of us get along absolutely well. And they use magic, and we just don't. But we did separate into groups quite a bit, I think. So it's kind of honest to say that.
This is amazing. We love this.
The party can't even unify about whether or not they're unified or not. I fucking love it.
Everyone's got their own perspective.
My word! I'm going to need to investigate this personally. It seems as though things have gotten completely out of control here.
Oh no, aside from, the weird plants and animals that just try to either make friends with us or kill us or whatever, everything works out pretty well.
My goodness. This is quite a situation you've gotten me into here. And as he looks back down to his parchment, the door busts open as an 8.5-foot tall anthropomorphic crocodile wanders in, holding the tail of a 35-foot long crocodile, more less anthropomorphic, and screams out, "You hit my best friend with stick, make him smart like me!"
Oh, for fuck's sake. God damn it.
And the gnome leaps out of his chair. What is going on here?
But don't worry about it. Just keep doing your fucking paperwork. I'll deal with this. And I guide him outside.
No, you poke friend with stick.
Turner likes to
we're
turn
gonna do
animals
that.
into humans somehow.
Actually, we're pretty sure the croc happened on its own.
This is outrageous.
Oh,
Crocodiles
calm
seem to be
yourself
specifically
down.
requesting this.
Just chill out.
I've never seen a colony so out of control like this. You've got giant crocodiles dragging in even larger crocodiles. You've separated communities with different stipulations. I imagine you have snakes on your plains and dwarves on your islands.
Snakes on our planes?
What's a plane?
A minute.
Believe it or not,
Plains as in
what
like
you perceive
plains
as,
of grass.
Oh.
It's even more worrying.
believe it or not, as much as we've been through, this is actually one of the more chill and tame days. You picked a good day to come down here.
My
Compared to all the other ones we've
word!
had to deal with.
Oh dear.
Just keep scribbling your parchment. I'll deal with this. So I'm gonna pull him off to the side and be like, all right, look, you know where I'm from, you know where my home is. Take him there, and I will meet you there. I gotta talk to these people real quick, but we'll get your friend smart, I promise.
Tord
This
took
came
best
up out of-
friend there. Torg did not find you. Torg search all day to find you. Drag best friend across river several times.
Fine. Look, this is going to take for me to make him smarter, this is going to take a long time. It's going to take a few hours, all right? I need, help me help you, okay? I'll make your friend smart. I guess got to deal with this dude first. Once we get this taken care of, I'll have all the time in the world to help your buddy.
You feed Torg while Torg wait?
Yeah, I'll send a message with you. You just hand it off to one of my people. Don't go running up on him. Leave your friend in the water. He looks like he could probably stand to swim a little bit.
He's a bit lethargic, but he mostly just looks like he's uncomfortable.
Yeah, let your buddy swim around in the water for a bit. Let him get comfortable. Take this. I'll scribble something down real quick. Slowly bring this to one of my people, and they'll get you what you need, all right? I'll be back soon as I get done here, all right?
Torg will go.
Good. I'll see you later.
He drags the irritated 35-foot giant crocodile out by its tail back wherever he came from.
That poor bastard. He's going to be so pissed when that damn thing's going to be pissed when he gets awakened. I can tell you that much. He's oh boy.
And in the meantime, Borilos is his name, by the way. His name is Borilos Undibwa. And Borilos is already packing up his things and saying, "My God, I can see that a proper investigation of the entire canyon must be done. I've so much work to do and I've only just arrived here."
Oh, now, sit down, shut
seen.
up. Sit down, shut up. Ask questions, we'll answer them. You ain't got to go getting all bent out of shape over nothing. Now, come on. You done said you don't know nothing about frontiering or adventuring, so believe us when we tell you, this ain't really that bad of a day.
This is not nearly the encouragement that you think it is, sir.
Sounds pretty good to me. I don't know what your problem is.
Wait a second. Isn't there supposed to be another one of you? Yes, the necro cooker or something like that, right?
Do we tell him?
Yeah.
Do we tell him?
How?
She has... The Eastern Seas Company came here recently looking for her, and they gave her a bit of a spook. They didn't find her. Thankfully, we made sure of that. But they gave her a bit of a spook, and she's decided to go on a little soul-searching journey.
So a member of your party is leaving as well? Oh.
For a time.
I will have you all know that this might be a great stain on the Frontier Establishment Cooperative with such a high success rate as ours. Oh, I must contact the Corps at once!
But we are still here and we are still living healthy. Is that really such a failure?
Numbers are numbers, Miss...
What exactly are the parameters for a group failing is my question here, because there's clearly a group of people, there's clearly a frontier, they're clearly still living, they're thriving, so what exactly counts as failure and what is success?
Under different laws and territories with separate walls and stipulations?
Aldous will interject. Numbers are numbers. However, the numbers that you use to gauge your metrics are going to determine the work that you do and how you evaluate them. Focusing on the wrong numbers gets you the wrong result.
I see what you're trying to do here, but I would still like to see the entire canyon with my own eyes and see quite exactly what is going on here.
We will happily give you the tour.
Gladly.
I should hope so. And, he packs up his stuff and keeps out his writing board with a piece of parchment pinned on it, and you can, you can, try to give him the the tour, if you so desire.
Yeah. Show them around. Show them how the communities are thriving.
I'm not.
Deny him the tour.
Oh man, this is funny.
Flicker's just gonna walk along and be like, meow. Yeah.
No, Colton's gonna spend the day in his camp.
Just gonna leave. Oh my god, that's funny.
Calden just goes, you have fun with that.
Oh
my goodness.
This is gonna be good. So you're gonna let this, like, investigator investigate your community without any interruption or
I mean, I'll go along with him when he's in my camp. And if he wants to see the moist fields, I'll go with it.
Technically, we don't think you have a camp anymore. We think you guys actually have, like, buildings and stuff, right?
We do.
Yeah.
I don't want to call it a town because I don't know if it actually qualifies.
It's a village. It's a village.
A village. All right.
But y'all got houses and shit.
Sewers and
you got great sewers. Yeah, that water, all that waste, it goes right downriver. You dump it off with all the people of Dalnama, you know.
and Prince Island.
Yeah.
My brother just added houses in this economy.
But yeah, Colton will show him around Elisethasari and the moist fields. But after that, the party can do it on their own.
Oh man. Okay. Oh jeez. This is not okay. All right. No. Yeah. Okay. So
Aldous would argue with him, but but Calden would just refuse anyway, so it's not really much point.
So he'll go back to Elisethasari and start his investigation there. So we suppose, Calden, would you like to? Oh geez, what's an appropriate? You don't have to do this, but you may do this if you so desire. Lead him along the good parts of your town and the like instead with like a performance or something.
What time of day is it, by the way?
The good parts of the
It's
town.
like midday.
The streets are all clean.
The interesting parts.
The streets are clean. We have a working sewer system.
And like we've plenty of food. There's no problem here. But
Good. May I talk to some of your people?
Yes. Except for the dwarves because they came in later. They're...
Really?
Yeah. They came in needing food and shelter.
Alright. And, so he will wander off for a little bit to talk to some of your elven people. Roll a passive perception.
Roll up.
Roll a passive?
Or no, sorry, roll perception. Sorry, no. We were looking at your passive wisdom when we fucking. Oh, sorry guys. It's been a long couple of days.
You know that feeling.
All right, 15.
Yeah.
He. What did we roll there? You notice he's actually talking to some of the dwarves. And stuff like that at some point. You notice he's kind of around the corner talking to some dwarves, and they're talking back, and you're a little far away to hear him, but they're definitely saying shit.
Oh boy.
But he finds his way back in due time, and he says, very good, I think that shall be all here. And goes on to Oleg's community, where he is, of course, sure to put all of his fancy things down at the gate. Out of respect, of course.
I was going to say that across the line, Oleg doesn't appreciate magic.
Yeah. Yeah. So he will put like his really fancy looking overtly magical stuff at the gate. Leave it at the gate, just as he's been told he's supposed to. And then he goes around. Olek, do you want to show him around your community with a performance, perhaps? Olek?
Is Olek here? Isaac, is your mic working?
His mic might not be working.
Nothing.
One moment, guys. Sorry.
How about now?
Oh yeah, we got you. We
go.
got you. Excellent. It's clear and everything.
Yeah, and I think the problem is that if I'm not directly on Discord and I'm a while off, it basically turns off the microphone.
That's super lame. That's
Yes.
super lame.
And there's nowhere I can turn this off either.
The microphone just goes on standby on its own.
Yeah.
That might be like a software thing. If you get like the software manager or drivers with whatever the microphone is, you might be able to.
When I had the drivers, it wouldn't work at all. So I just
God.
had to, yeah.
Rough.
Yeah.
I want to help you with that at some point.
You know,
No.
it's more a Windows issue than it is a microphone issue because the microphone itself doesn't really have much. It's more Windows just, oh yeah, now I don't need this and I don't need that and I just don't really know how to fix that.
Rough.
Mm.
So yeah, you are.
Okay, so I was supposed to roll something.
Charisma save or performance, whichever is higher. You're functionally leading this guy around your town, showing him the good parts of your favorite parts.
Izeth, technically speaking, just want to remind you from your Verdan ability, you have advantage on that charisma save.
Okay.
That's technically
Oh.
true.
All saves.
But it's basically just like you're using a charisma check.
Okay, but
It's not
am I
actually a
supposed to roll normal or advantage now? I'm getting confused.
It would be normal, regardless.
Okay.
So whichever
Alright.
one is higher, performance or charisma.
I would say performance pulls from charisma, though. So wouldn't it be the
But
same?
performance is higher. Performance has...
Then you should
8.
use your performance. We'll let you go with that.
I would just go for charisma.
Well, no, okay, that's fine. you did technically roll, so let's do that.
Yeah.
So you lead him around. He actually seems almost impressed by your cheese works. You think, Olek, you might see him at some point smile as he's going around. It's very small and it doesn't last for very long, but you see it. You're a sharp-eyed guy.
I am definitely offering him some of the cheese that we make. And some of the local
course.
fruits that we have harvested. Because they're like fruits. You know,
Of
very
course.
healthy for you, very
Of
good.
course. Yes, thank you. And would you mind I speak to some of the people of your good settlement here?
Go ahead.
Like, roll a perception.
Just a second.
Well, you hear this guy talking about asking people about why the settlements are apart and what's been happening lately, and he's talking to anybody he can get around, dwarves, Verdan, all those guys. He's very proby, although in a strangely inviting way.
Yeah, I'm very lucky because the people basically listen, spot to spot on what Oleg says, and what Oleg says counts. And so basically, Oleg's opinion is their opinion. And other than the dwarves, obviously, because the dwarves came when they were already separate. And so
Right.
for the dwarves, it's like, oh yeah, it's always been like that.
No bark. No bark. No bark. Sorry, go on. Our dog just barked at something all of a sudden. We think she was having a dream.
That's actually a really good point. The dwarves came after we were all separated.
After the separation began, certainly. They were kind of there in the middle of the brunt of it.
Yeah, but the point is, they didn't get the starting cause. They just like, oh yeah, they split apart a bit and they built their own stuff and there you go.
Yeah.
They don't really know the why.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. There's more than just that that's a danger for talking to the dwarf guys. So,
Yeah.
then they move on to Dalnama. The dude, he's looking kind of like he's feeling a little looser, a little easier going as he moves into Dalnama, as you might after a little bit of happy cheese. So that's a modifier. We're not going to tell you what that is, but he's a little happier. He's had some happy cheese, and then he took an hour and a half or so to wander through your settlement. So you can kick in.
Good, because I was planning to add on to that.
Oh, jeez. Well. So he gets to Dalnama, and he looks about Dalnama, and he goes, "This is the first settlement that you had."
Correct. At least this is my section of where the community was when it was all completely together. We've since expanded since we've gotten our refugees, but overall this would have been my area. Keep close to my mines as well as my other production facilities.
Indeed. And you are from the Ronin clan, are you not? From the Valley Forge?
Correct.
Oh. Well, at least
House Media is my home.
At least there are some highly reputed people here. What is that area over there? He points toward the Temple of Genesis.
That was an ancient ruins that we have found occupied by to put it very mildly, strange people that we thought it best to keep with an arm's length allyship with, in the interest of the safety of our people.
I see, and your mine is very much a separate entity then? As he's scribbling on his little writing board. Please allow me to see the mine. Oh my dear! And he looks over, and a 150-pound spider is chilling next to him with a little top hat and a bow tie.
Oh no!
Oh boy!
And he goes, "Oh, please, proprietor, there is great danger in the Temple of Genesis. The Shadow Weave, the High Priestess, believes that something is going terribly wrong. What is the meaning of this?" The Borealos demands.
He's from the community of people from the ruins. Not even gonna, it's not even going to sugarcoat it. Just like, he's from the ruins. Ow!
This would be the allyship I referred to.
You mean you've allied with a race of horrifying spiders?
Whoa! Calm down. He's not going to argue. He's just going to tell him to calm down, and then just kind of waft on that. Anyway,
for the record, the spider has a parasol also to keep the sun off of him.
Yeah, makes sense.
I can picture this so well. Thank you for the lovely image.
Absolutely. What is the meaning of this?
Well, you heard it from the man himself. I guess what that is.
It is true. Our women are much, much larger.
Now I'm off track. I don't know where we left. Thank you for that one, Adam.
You are welcome.
Gaslight on the inspector. Oh man, it's the perfect storm. We love this.
If I was there, I'd totally be gaslighting that motherfucker right now.
Guys, would it be a big issue if Oleg would have stayed in his camp?
No, it's fine.
Yeah. Probably, helping out his
You're telling me that the party is splitting up. Our party, unheard of.
This is so amazing. We love this.
Oh my goodness. So, what happens to be the trouble?
Do with how much we split up and look for clues.
Oh my god, we love this. So, what happens to be the trouble? The lights in the Temple of Genesis have been flickering off and on back again for many days now. At first it was just for a few moments, but then longer, and now it has been off for hours. So Her great majesty and royal goodness, High Priestess Shadowwave has sent me up to get the proprietors to help.
Before being able to do any investigation, what could Aldous determine about potential causes for that?
Roll an Arcana.
Magical power outage.
Yeah.
Anybody who feels like it and is there, roll a magical knowledge stuff, the Arcana style.
27.
27?
24.
Natural 19.
Well, in RL... wait. Torner... Who else is there?
Just an Arl and
I'm
Aldous.
awakening a croc right now. I went back
my
home
God.
to get this croc shit taken care of.
This is amazing. It's like you guys divided and conquered, but in reverse. Okay. This is awesome. We love this. This is such great, like, fluff. As you say that stuff, and you think about it, you figure that a ruin this old probably has some sort of magical power source that's either getting old or some kind of magical focus that keeps the lights on when anybody comes into a room or whatever that's going out, like that's getting corrupted or whatever.
So the motion detector needs new batteries. Got it.
Or alternatively, the computer that monitors all of the motion detection needs a new hard drive or a new motherboard.
Or hopefully a reboot.
Maybe.
That's the first thing I'm going to try. Aldous is smart enough to do that first.
Turn it off and turn it back on again, says Aldous.
Are you just gonna abandon the inspector?
No. Aldous is going to assure the spider that this is most likely just a minor magic technical issue and can be resolved with a bit of repair, but it will take some time. In the meantime, to just hold on out.
I was going to ask them if they know where the power source might be. That way, less time having to search around for it.
I figured I would just ask when I got there.
Just fizz. They will fizz each other into oblivion.
Say that again?
Just don't tell them to touch anything, or rather tell them to not touch anything, because otherwise they will just get electrocuted and fizz into oblivion.
Well, that would be bad. Alright. So the next place would be Tiantong, which requires an hour to get there because
Wait, hold on. Just a moment. In the time that the inspector would spend there, Aldous would be showing him his various documents and ledgers, showing him towards the fields as well as his array of food sources, including primarily pork. That's the one Aldous really likes.
Right. Oh, sorry, we forgot.
And his dwarven stout, which of course the inspector will have a customary free bottle.
Roll a charisma. If you have proficiency in the save, feel free to do that. It's not a save, it's a check, but roll charisma or performance, whichever's better.
It doesn't make a difference. I've got no proficiencies in that. That's not Alice's thing.
Oh boy.
At least I finally got a decent roll.
Okay. Well, fortunately, he had a really bad roll, so he's positively taken by your organization. It's an impressive lot. So then he'll go past Prince Island and Crocodile Island toward Tiantong, where Aldous, do you stay in the town?
Unlike the rest of the party, I will continue the journey with the inspector.
Okay. So he and Inarel go back to Tiantong, where they find Torner awakening a giant crocodile next to a slightly less giant crocodile.
She's gonna save, Torner's part for last. She's gonna show him the Harangon community first, because that's the one she knows best. Because that's
as you go through the waters of Chicheshalalalco, he asks you, "What are those people in the boats?" Swimming and paddling around.
They are some refugees from a community that decided they didn't want to live with any of us and have decided to settle on the island at the center of the lake.
More of the Copper Ages, then.
Yes.
Oh, sad thing. I heard their entire mountain was caught on fire.
It's very sad.
After terrifying firestorm went through the region shortly before that.
Very sad indeed. Gnarl's sweating bullets.
Over here. As you get down.
Aldous lowers his helmet so that he
Hang
doesn't...
on. Nora wasn't there.
Yeah, she wasn't there for the firestorm forest you guys set on fire, but still one of those things of association.
You saw the firestorm. Everybody in the region saw the firestorm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good. It looks like, at the very least, these shores are somewhat well-managed, people going to work, and... Oh, well, I see you've animated some scarecrows? Quite crafty, I suppose. As
Yes,
you'll notice... Oh, go on.
A moving scarecrow tends to keep the birds away better than a standing still scarecrow.
Using magic. But... I noticed that you're not flying the same flag in this particular community as in the others.
That is a flag of Pao Yu's design, and the others... They haven't... She looks at Aldous, because, she's not really sure how to explain... Because, they are still working together, but she has no explanation for why they don't have the flag. Because she is, not the political... Well, she unfortunately is the political person, but she is not the willing political person.
Aldous sees Inarl's look and replies, I'm a representative of my own people and my own nation, not a representative of hers. So we've maintained good relations, just even with her desire to expand her political territory.
Oh my!
But we are not flying under her flag.
Oh
we are of the road.
He straightens up his cloak. Please then, do show me around.
She shows him around. First thing she shows him is, the community garden. That, they've got various plants growing, they've got this ring of saplings growing, because, they'll eventually be fruit trees. She's showing them all this stuff. Even says, you are free to take... I was gonna say yes. That's gonna be next. She even lets him know that he is free to pick some herbs if he would like, if anything catches his interest.
As you're wandering through the community, people overtly and obviously bow to you in front of him, and he turns and goes, "Are you the leader of this group of communities? I thought Pao Yu was the leader."
She is, in the time that she is spending on her pilgrimage, she has abdicated her power to me.
Abdicated?
She makes a motion to the people to stop bowing to her.
Roll a performance or a charisma. Save if you have proficiency with them.
I do not have proficiency with either, so I'll just roll performance.
Performance it is.
A hit, submit. Oh, there it is.
Nice.
Very nice. He narrows his eyes. All right. Would you mind I speak to some of the denizens of this community?
Of course. And when you are done, we can continue into the warren, because as a Harangon, we do live underground, so our homes are underground.
It occurs to me there would be a great allyship between the Harangons and the dwarves for this very reason.
Yeah. Perception. Oof.
If we ever live together in one central location, Aldous and Gnarl should absolutely cooperate on something. That would be awesome.
He's pretty blatantly probing around, and at one point while he's talking to somebody, they publicly spit on the ground next to him and walk away. Then he comes back at a certain point, thereafter, and goes on, I hear there is also a dwarven community to the south?
Yes, that is Mountain Home.
No.
No, we're
No?
talking about Torner people.
Yes, that is Torner's community. He is slightly south to us, yes.
But they are a contiguous community, the Tian Tong, yes?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
We have different little hubs around here.
Torner
Makes it easier to manage our own peoples, of course.
He comes up to you as you are awakening this giant animal, and he says, "You are the leader."
How close am I to being done with this awakening?
Halfway.
I was going to say, I imagine the 8
hours. Oh my god! It's only taking him 4 hours to tour. Shit.
I imagine the 8 hours is there for time for breaks.
You can, as a matter of fact, go get a sandwich real quick and take a bathroom break. Yes.
Okay, cool. I'll let what's his name? The Croc. No. All right, I'm taking a breather. I'll be back to finish this up. Don't move him.
Yeah. We remember a sidebar in some obscure D&D magazine or whatever, like just a year ago or whatever, that came up talking about how, like, if your ritual is 2 days, that means, you're doing 8-hour work days, with breaks in there. Nobody's expecting you to chant and shit yourself for, 2 days in a row or whatever while you summon.
That's what separates the men from the boys, okay? If you're not into a ritual, that's what separates the men from the boys, alright?
You fucking would, Torner.
I would.
I can imagine that being a thing where, if you do the no breaks version of the ritual, it takes 6 hours instead of 8.
Yeah,
but you gotta do some Constitution saves.
Goodness, these lands look quite nondescript, although you do have many animals. What is that? And he points to one of your mammoths.
That's a mammoth. That's one of my animals that I used to haul all the wine and cheese and stuff that I make back to civilization to do some trading.
Gracious, it's so gigantic. Isn't an ox
that's what
good enough
mammoths
for
are.
you?
Well, you'd be surprised at how effective a mammoth is at defending itself.
I can see the utility of such
The sheer size of it
large
keeps most
tusks.
predators away.
Indeed. And probably makes quite a large noise if things get too close that you don't want around, I imagine.
Oh yeah, and that's not even taking into account the wolf pack.
The wolves? Right. No, I forgot from your file. You are an animal trainer, are you not?
And I am. And I whistle for one of my awakened wolves.
They come on over to you, just chilling, sit next to you, say, "What do you want?"
Well, look,
Just showing off.
Yeah, just showing off. Say hi to our resident inspector. He's come to see how we're doing.
Hello, resident inspector. Good day, wolf. Can I go now?
Aldous recognized this wolf. He has been with Torner a few times.
Yeah.
The wolves are still a little salty with Torner after the ogre incident.
Yeah, we're building that relationship back up. It's a work in progress. They're not outright hostile to me right now. They're just pissed.
Gracious.
Aldous would greet the wolf by his or her name and give him or her some treats.
Nice. That we're not sure how that goes off. How would that go off?
Oh, they'll take the food.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. Wolf takes it. Wolf goes off. Torner, roll a performance or a charisma if you got it.
Charisma save or
If you've got the save, then get it, but it's technically a check.
yeah, I don't have either one of them, so I'll just do a charisma check.
Do it. Do it.
No.
Do it now.
It'd be hilarious if this gnome was a dwarf instead, then Aldous would automatically have advantage.
Ooh.
Would you mind I speak to your staff and animals?
Yeah, you can speak to the staff, but the only animals that are aware are the two wolves you just saw.
Well, I would still like to question them at length, if you wouldn't mind. Roll a perception.
That's up to them. That's up to them.
Roll a perception. You notice that this guy actually seems to be walking up to your animals and talking to them just fine.
Okay.
As he just as fine as he can talk to anybody else, any other language that you've been seeing.
I know what this is.
Oh, yep. Hey, and he seems to just be able to talk in anybody's language too. So, you know, when you're listening in on his shit while he's talking to one of your wolves, or he's talking to Bobby, for example. Think if Bobby could just talk to a fool, would he say good? Would he say good things about Torner and his settlement?
Bobby, yeah, probably. He gets fed. He doesn't get fucked with. He likes fighting things to defend, and hunt.
Yeah, there's plenty of game out here.
Yeah, plenty of game. The only reason the wolves are pissed at me is because they got their shit pushed in by the fucking ogres more than even I liked.
Yeah, they lost half of their number.
Yeah, in an ogre attack.
So by the you have to go back pretty quickly. One moment, we have to look out the thingy here real quick. One moment. Okay, we're good. Our rooster's just completely soaked and he's being stupid and trying to call his ladies into the rain like an idiot. Which is really dumb, but whatever, if you're too stupid to live, that's how it is. Anyway, he goes through the community, he talks to plants, or he talks to people and animals alike, and then he arranges to go back to Dalnama.
Oh, he didn't get to see the baby bunnies.
One moment. Okay, he is going back by himself. Good, okay. Alright, go to bed. Go to bed. Lay down. Okay, sorry about that. So, he sees the Warrens, he goes back to Dalnama because Dalnama seems more well established, which it is, it's just been there longer. He brings his stuff forward and he says he'll have to take a day to consider all of the statistics and variables in determining the success or labeled failure of this once and no longer single group of communities.
Aldous agrees, sure, and pulls out hourglass. What do they call those? The calculators from old times. Abacus. Pulls out pages. He pulls out some pens, some ink. Just one thing after the other. Here's everything you need.
I've brought my own, but thank you. He compliments you. He says, "That is a very nice quill, though. Is it ostrich feather?"
This is the first I've heard of this. I'm just gonna go with this. Yes!
Yeah, because we've got ostriches over in Tiantong.
Oh.
Quite fashionable. I've heard that they're very popular with the upper-class scribes. He licks his lips a little while he looks at it. I would like to get my hands on one, I will admit.
He slightly just the tips of the fingers just slides it a little closer on the table. I insist.
Really? Just like that, then? I'll have you know.
You have important work to do after all.
I don't take bribery
well. Do it with the best equipment.
I suppose so. He takes it with a smile, not a small smile, but actually quite a greedy little smile on his face, and flicks it around in his hands and starts writing with it right away.
He notes, our allyship does come with its benefits.
Well, yes, of course. And
Naro nods. We are the ones that raise the ostriches, so we have plenty of feathers.
I may have to talk to you later about that. In the meantime, if you wouldn't mind, I would need some privacy with my notes and ledgers.
Of course.
Oh, wonderful.
As you
wonderful. So you leave him, Borelos, with his stuff, and Ricardo is still waiting with his parasol, as it is admittedly it's like about 7 at this point. Turner, you have 1 hour left on your ritual. You guys are pretty sure that that's about the time you've got to, because that's about how many hours has gone by. So you know that Turner will be free in an hour if you want to retrieve him, and it will take an hour to get to Tiantong if you want to retrieve him.
All right.
I
guess.
Does anybody want to get Olek or Calden to talk about the spider problems?
All this would specifically go to Calden first because it's about magic stuff, so his knowledge and assistance would be appreciated. And then he would go to Olek saying, "Do you wanna? You don't have to." Basically,
extend the offer to him.
Of course, sheathing his armor as soon as he steps across the line.
Olek. Oh.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
We can hear you.
Yes.
Awesome. So you're saying that there is some magic going on and there's some magic going wrong at the spider place, and that I'm supposed to go there.
Well, that
some
he's hoping you could fix it.
Fixing magic. Maybe I pass. Thank you.
Oh my god. But you are the leader of the hotel manager!
Wait, did the spider come along?
Huh?
Did
the spider's there, yeah. In his little top hat and his little bow tie with his little parasol that he's carrying.
I can't say no to the spider. I can't say no to Aldous. I can't say no to the spider. Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Thank you, great proprietor! Your munificence truly is infinite! Says Ricardo.
Aldous is about to upgrade from the bodyguard to the maintenance technician. I didn't realize.
Oh.
Quick question.
Maybe answer.
Would Calden have a full day of downtime because he spent most of it in his settlement?
Probably. Yeah, by the time you get Turner, yeah.
Alright. In that case, Calden will come along.
Okay, yeah. Alright,
and we would then spend the time to retrieve Turner as well.
Yeah. So, yeah, well, they're going to get Turner if you're still doing your stuff.
Well, how about we just say that Calden finishes up his stuff and then moves to Delmama.
Cool.
While you guys are going and grabbing Turner.
Yeah, Aldous went to take care of, Calden, and Olek and Naro went to get Turner.
Alright, so as you come in, Shadow Weave is there, and the lights are flickering. Not in a creepy sort of way, just like, in a disjointed, like there's not quite enough electricity getting to them, so they're alternating who gets the power.
Not enough mana, if you will.
Not enough mana flowing through those wires, if you will. And as Shadow Weave sees you, she goes, "Oh, proprietors, thank you so much for coming right away. I understand that it is..." Oh. I accidentally pressed reboot on their thing. "I understand that it is difficult for you to come here at this troubled times during the cold seasons, but it is an emergency, so I sent my dearest companion Ricardo out to get you." The males are all the same, so they just have interchangeable pool boy names.
It is no trouble. Awesome. We would have been here sooner, but we've been dealing with an inspection of our own.
"I understand that you wouldn't want another failing again like before, so I came to you before the entire hotel was at risk. I felt that it was important." So,
of course.
So she leads you back beyond the succubus, who, of course, immediately as you open the door goes, "Would you like to..." Oh no. Okay, go on through. Because remember, she's going a little insane from being a stewardess, like a receptionist. And as you go in, you know, everything seems to be in reasonable fare. The Ghost Council is arguing over why the lights are on the fritz, and she leads you to what she says is I believe this is the hotel manager's suite. If there is an answer, it would be in there.
Alright.
Right, then we'll start looking.
Excellent. The door is locked.
Alright.
I'll just go ahead and roll it. My part of it. That is the wrong. This is the wrong button. Where is my guidance button? Whatever, I'll just do it manually.
I was like, did we ever get any keys? I can't remember.
Well, you've gotten several things that have opened doors.
Alright.
Okay,
Oh,
we try those first.
Oleg's not here, right?
No,
No,
you
Oleg's
are
here.
the
Oleg
default
went.
lockpicker now.
No, I actually did that. Oleg actually did come.
Right.
Oh yeah,
Do
that's right.
you want to help with this for advantage?
I was gonna say, wouldn't Oleg have something to unlock the door? Didn't they get...
Possibly?
I thought they got something.
Oleg, so if everybody had forgotten, Oleg has a badge that says Hotel Manager on it.
Remember the badge. Did the badge ever open anything? We could try that.
Not
It
yet.
has magic on it.
Doesn't have magic on it. I wouldn't hold it if it would.
It's made of the same substance as the other key amulets.
Okay.
So give your
Hold
badge a
it, hold
try.
it.
Wait, is the door that's locked, does it have a keyhole, or is it just, like, not opening?
It does not have a keyhole.
Okay, so Oleg tries to hold his whatever around the doors. Everywhere, kinda,
As you-
sorta.
As you hold the badge, we are going to open Tailspire. And we didn't think we'd get here in this session. Pardon?
Well, prepared there, huh? How absolutely expected, because this is D&D and that happens like every time.
Like every time. Alright. We stream.
Let me know if my internet gets too bad.
Play. No problem.
If it becomes a problem, I'll ask you to dip down to 15 FPS on the stream.
Wrong. You didn't see that yet? Okay.
Okay, I don't know what I was looking at anyway.
Good. Alright, so can everybody see the stream?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Excellent. So this is what you see inside. We will do a quick turn. It's sparsely furnished. There's a chair with a knife in the table, still fresh, as though it were there hundreds or even tens of thousands of years ago. Over here, there is a big glowing thing with some crystals and a mirror. And, you know, all these blocks and stuff. There's a bed with a bookshelf and another mirror. That's just a regular one. And this is clearly an administration table with a side table and a fireplace.
Fire lit?
Yes, it lights up automatically as soon as you come into the room.
With no heat, I would assume.
Yes.
Just like the rest.
Just like... Well, I guess we better start looking around.
Well, let's start with what are these boxes on the wall, since they're the most curious thing.
Well, they are glowing blue.
Yeah.
So,
My first thought was battery bank.
we are actually going to skip that out. That might work better. Does that work better? It does. Okay. So we are going to read a little thing. As you look up... Oh, anybody who wants to roll... anybody who wants to roll an Arcana is free to.
Alright.
I'm gonna give myself guidance on this one.
Calden is
Wow.
gonna be standing near the door, so he's not going to.
Damn! So...
I feel a little competitive here. I kind of want to use a flash of genius on this one.
Do what you so desire.
Do it.
I will. Make that a so it goes. So a total of a +6 for 27.
Nice.
Not to be
Nice.
outdone in the technical realm.
You know, so an RL, Torner, and an Ossite knows that this is some kind of ancient computational device of some sort using magic. Anase, you've actually seen a couple of these. There are a few at Valley Forge. You've even had the delight of being able to take one apart and put it back together again in your training period. This is called a personal crystal display, or a PC. And it can do all sorts of things for you. However, once you look at the PC screen, you'll find that there is a message on it on a deep blue, bold screen written in white lettering. It says, error, code 7643-P47, spellware in progress, occupancy 1. Unable to relinquish scenario desk, manual reset required. Power soon to fail at 7%.
Well, first thing I'll do, restart required, turn it off and back on again, as one does.
Occupancy 1. Unable to relinquish scenario disk. Manual reset required.
So we gotta literally pull the plug on it?
That's
what
what
I
I
was
was thinking. Literally unplug it and plug it back in.
Spellware program cannot terminate with occupancy higher than 0.
What does that mean?
Occupancy 1.
There's someone somewhere occupying something.
Presumably in the spellware.
Like a
Where's the
virus?
spellware.
You haven't... No. A spellware is like a hollow program.
Like software.
Yes. And you think that this might be for some old training program, maybe. Because normally these things, when they have some kind of spellware, link up to some room that produces illusions and the like.
I think I have an idea where this is going. So it's currently running some kind of training program, and the only way to terminate the program is the normal way, which is to defeat the training program.
Well, it's to get whoever is in the program out, because it requires an occupancy of 0 for the program to be shut down.
Me. So we just need to go...
Adam over here being all like, this is a Star Trek episode, and Shy is over here like, no,
Totally is.
definitely not, no, certainly.
The best part is, while I know about Star Trek, not seen any episodes, so you can straight out rip as many plot lines as you want.
We are not a super Star Trek nerd who flagrantly rips things off of every single series. Definitely not.
So basically, the computer whiz in this situation is going to be Wesley trying to keep the safety protocols being disengaged from killing everybody.
I
guess we find the room?
Is there any way to pull any information about which room this program is running in?
Room 0.
Where's room 0? Are there labels on the rooms in the complex?
Room 0 is located at the end of the hotel wing. You guys have been at the end of the hotel wing. You've never seen a fucking door to no room 0. It's just 1, 2, and it goes from there.
Is it perhaps inside the computer?
No, that's not how these things work.
Darn it, I was hoping there'd be some extra dimensional nonsense.
This is magic we're talking about, not fucking technology.
Magic has extra dimensional nonsense.
We literally are carrying bags of portals to extra dimensional spaces.
You roll us another Arcana, if you don't mind.
Alright. That one too. 20, not 15. That one too.
You can find your way through the menu and specifically press Force Open Gate. That will allow you access to the program. And it will open the door wherever that door is, so you can go find it.
Then might be a good idea. Might be a good idea for us to go to where we think this door could be.
It's at the
before
end
we open the door. So think. So if there's something that would run out, it would be a good idea to be there when the door opens. Is what I'm thinking. For somebody,
you know that nothing in there except the occupant can leave the room.
Oh, okay. Then we'll do that.
It is like a Hollow program. They can't leave the room. Yeah.
Gotcha. Until we open the door for them.
So the door opens, and it is, as a matter of fact, at the end. When you look in, you see a beautiful, kind of coolish island coastline. Gray water, blue-gray skies. You hear the sound of seagulls.
Britain.
You hear the sound of seagulls in the distance. God damn it, all this. You hear the sound of seagulls in the distance. A couple of bells, maybe.
Impressive. See if we can find this occupant.
Alright, everybody. Is everybody going in?
Yeah.
Whoa. Oleg, are you going into this? Huh?
Staying out sounds spooky.
Actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna stay out too.
Staying next to the whatever big device that is. You know, maybe having a telepathic connection with Aldis and stuff. So if they start screaming, and I have to push some button to open it or something.
Okay, so all this is going in. Torner is going in, and an Arl is going in.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and Arl, I was gonna compare it to like the image box thing back at Mountain Home, except less forced memories and more just
kinda, but clearly
scale.
less jarring and on a much larger scale. Yeah. You know, this is something that produces a scenario for you, so you can like have fun, or like do training exercises or stuff like that. So
or take a vacation.
As you go in, the air is cool. It's dewy. As we said, blue-gray skies, gray water, green rolling hills. Not too terribly many trees, but they are around as you see, and you go walking along. In the distance, a small little village sits on the coastline. You see little boats going in and out.
Village along the coastline.
Yeah. Do you think that's where our occupant is?
Hopefully.
Let's go take a look. So, Isa, if you're using the telepathic bond feature, the psychic whispers, just go ahead and mark on your character sheet that you've used it. Because that's what you were going to do. So you would be connecting with the three of us going in, and then yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. So it takes you about 10 minutes to walk down. And, we got distracted. Takes you about 10 minutes to walk down, and you find yourselves in this glorious little unwalled village. Housing looks good. There's a little dock. It seems mostly inhabited by humans who stare a little bit as you come in, and one man with a little hat rolls up to you and goes, "Top of the morning to you. What brings you to our fair little establishment today?"
We're in search of somebody who probably doesn't quite belong.
Oh, nobody who doesn't belong here except yourselves, little good sir and little fellers. Oh, lovely little rabbit ears you got there. What sort of outfit did you put on to make yourself look like that, wee lass?
This is no outfit. I am a Harangon.
Oh, I don't know what that is, but it sounds like you come from the other world there. It's very interesting. Do you know you some fairies?
I do not know any fairies personally.
Oh, well,
studied them.
Maybe one day. So, if you're looking for somebody, there's no one new around here these parts. We're a quiet little village on the edge of nowhere, you see.
I see.
And who are you to this village, I'm sorry? And Aldous walks up to him and extends a hand and says, "I'm Aldous Ronan."
Oh, sorry, he reaches out and takes your hand. Mayor Blatherty, at your service. I've been taking care of these fine folk for the last 13 years of me life. And grew up here, of course, along with everybody else, you see.
I see.
Of course.
I'll just kind of turns
looking
around looking for the
around.
rest of her.
Do we see any? What kind of people are we seeing? Like, are we seeing just humans or dwarves or what?
Just there. It seems entirely human, just humble farm and fisher folk. Quaint little outfits and silly little hats and shovels and wheelbarrows and sheaves of grain.
You?
Hey,
It's almost a
Shy.
little too nice.
I see.
Yeah.
Calden is gonna.
Happen to mind if we take a look
Take
around?
out-
Would you? We promise we'll not cause any
One
trouble.
moment. Calden's asking something. Save that.
Calden's gonna take out his chest preserving and prop it on its side, and sort of sit on it and start playing music because he's bored.
Okay. Reasonable. Nothing's. The lights are flickering, but nothing's going horrible. Oh, sorry.
You and Oleg could form a band. What would I play? The thunder drums?
Oh man. So sorry, now Anase, feel free to say what you're saying.
Right. You wouldn't mind if we took a look around, would you? We promise not to cause any trouble.
Oh well, as long as you're not here to cause no trouble, feel free to invite yourself around. We're just a sleepy little community, but don't head too far in either direction along the coast lest the bad things take you.
The bad things.
Oh, everybody around here knows you just don't travel too far along the coast away from the village or the bad things get you. And you don't want no bad things getting you now, do you?
Well, we consider ourselves something of an exterminator of bad things.
Oh, there's no way to get rid of these. There are dark forests out there, don't you know?
I see. Well, alrighty then. Thank you for the warning.
Oh, absolutely. And remember, there is always a celebration in this town of some sort, whether it be a good fish haul or a nice harvest for the entire village. We're always ready to share a little tipple at the tavern if you like.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful day to you.
You as
He
well.
wanders off.
So then I guess we would just spend some time talking to the various villagers and looking inside various buildings, see if we can find the odd man out, the occupant.
Pretty much no story differs from any other, and they are quite cooperative. Top of the morning to you as you come up. They're exceedingly rural Irish, you know?
Maybe we're not asking the right kind of question where we're asking if there's anybody new in town, but is there anybody outside of town to worry about, other than the bad things at the coasts?
That'd be a good question to ask.
Somebody roll something to do with wisdom. Anybody who feels like it, roll something to do with wisdom.
Listen,
trying to
I
figure out
invested a whole feat
Yes,
to be plus
insight
one
would be
better at
good.
wisdom. Oh, insight. In that case, add +4 to that roll for the
Still
11.
not good enough, sorry. Alright. Oh my god. So Torner and Inaro, but not Anase, realize that the doors haven't been opened in 200,000 years. How would anybody have been inside the program for that long and be new?
Oh my goodness. So, but there's still clearly one biological occupant.
There's
Question
one
is,
occupant.
Question is, are we looking for a corpse, or are we looking for an immortal?
Well, a corpse wouldn't be a living occupant.
True.
Unless its soul was trapped here and the program still cares about.
Oh, I see where you're going there.
Do you have any ghosts?
Try taking notes.
no.
Alright, time to see this.
Oh no, just the little people, the people of the woods such as yourself, and the bad things. The dark creatures of the horrible forests and coasts. You don't want to be dealing with them.
Of course. So, Is there any way to communicate with the little people then? Because they might know something you don't know.
Oh, well, I imagine you would know more about connecting with the little people than I would. On account of you being a little person there. But no, sadly, the little people, they come out when they want and dispense their good luck and bad luck where they so desire. Don't think anybody's talked to them in a whole generation and a half.
Who was the last one to talk to them?
Oh, some old man named McCreary down the lane. Oh, he's a quiet sort, but a nice man. His wife makes good pies.
Alright,
thank you.
I can feel all of, like, the pop culture and, like old story references. I just don't know them. I can feel the references.
So we know who to go.
You find McCreary's house. Oh, sorry.
Alright. Depending on how this goes, I might have an idea.
You find McCreary's house, a ramshackle sort of hovel at the end of the lane, although next to a small wheat field that is fenced off around the house and seems to be the McCreary field. As you look out, you find a pleasant young woman putting a pie on the windowsill, and a grisly-looking middle-aged man sitting on a rocking chair in the front. As he sees you approach, he says, "What do you want there?"
We wanted to ask a couple questions. We're looking for someone.
He gets up in his chair quickly and stands and grabs his bow. "I don't have no words for no little people and people from the other world."
Well, we intend to be on our way as soon as possible. Referring to the portal, I would assume.
If they can see the portal.
Yeah, the otherworlders. The fairies and little people and all sorts of things that cause trouble and take children in the night.
How long you been here?
All me life, just like anyone else. How long have you been here, little man? What sort of bad luck are you looking to spill?
We've been here for about an hour, right?
Where'd you come from? The dark wood, I imagine.
No, actually. Came from a
building of stone?
For you. We came from a building of stone. Houses people in it. It's called a hotel.
A hotel? I've never heard of such a thing. What are you doing here? You're trying to take me off. Trying to do horrible things to me again and turn me into one of your otherworlders. I know you is.
We're not going to take you. You can stay right there. We'll stay right here.
Well, how about you go? How about you go away and don't ever come back? I am unto you, you otherworlders. I've seen the glint in your eyes, the seduction, the sweet and terrible temptation of an immortal life. I've seen what you do with your hands of chaos.
Well, that sounds eerily familiar. Sounds kind of like Oleg.
Let's not report this one on the psychic intercom.
Alright, we'll leave you alone. And Earl starts to back away because, this person's clearly not gonna, at least for her, not gonna be super helpful since she is a little person, apparently.
And you leave this community alone. We're a bunch of honest, humble people just trying to make a life. You're trying to spread darkness into the skies every day with the tendrils of shadow and the clouds and the moon. I am unto all of you.
Okay. Torner's gonna back off too, break line of sight, and he's gonna wild shape into a wolf and try to sniff out anyone else that might be alive, because I don't know if these things have scents, but I'm gonna try and see if I can find something by scent.
Everything has a scent, from the smallest blades of grass to the salt sea air, to the man and the woman and the pie in her windowsill.
Well, that fucking blows, god damn it.
There, and he pats the wolf, Torner.
It was a good idea.
Are you trying to hide yourself as a wolf?
I was trying to stay out of sight from, in particular, him and test this theory out, and if it doesn't work, I was just going to drop it.
Oh, okay. But can he see you as a wolf at any given point?
If everything goes according to plan, no, he cannot.
Roll a stealth.
Adam, I must interrupt. My brother, since he heard that you've turned into a wolf, wants to know, are you a good boy?
I'm the best fucking boy.
As you sniff around, trying
the heavy armor wouldn't apply. Oof. Still that 7.
Apply. Yeah, but it would still be a 7. So
Yeah.
as you do your best to sniff around and stay out of sight, you hear, "Eee! Look here! A wolf! A wolf on our property! Get the bull! Get the dogs!"
Oh, this is gonna suck.
And you hear dogs.
Son of a bitch.
All of you hear this, by the way.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I think we might have to go to the forest, because hopefully they won't pursue us into there if their superstitions hold true.
Here, the question is, they see the wolf, we're with the wolf, they see us with this wolf, and then... So we either stay and potentially fail to explain anything, or we just leave and be even more suspicious. I'm thinking we just bolt. I don't trust it.
Yeah, we don't have the charisma to do this.
Did you... Turner, are you turning back?
Not right now, because I've already freaked him out enough just because there's a wolf here. I don't really want to add anything to this fucking shitstorm.
If they already know something about little people and fairies and stuff, and they're already hateful of them, seeing something transforming is not going to help. So let's just fucking go.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, you guys run off? Roll, who has the lowest dexterity of the party?
I've got a 14.
I have a 14 as well.
Turner, what is
12.
your wolf dex? 12?
Oh the wolf?
Yeah, wolf dex, because you're a wolf. Unless you turn back.
I'm pretty sure I do have a wolf stat block in the CRs on the wild shapes. It's CR 14.
My dex is 15 as a wolf.
Okay, so Inarel or Aldous roll a dexterity save.
I'll roll the dexterity. I was gonna say, I'll roll the dexterity. I've got lucky foot.
Fair enough.
Oh, hey!
Oh, you guys get away. You find yourself chilling at the edge of the dark forest.
The edge is in, like, the entrance to the forest.
Well,
pretty much.
The edge. An entrance is technically anywhere where you go into the forest. It's a forest. It's big.
I'm sorry, I was just trying to follow. So we were in a regular forest, and now it's becoming the dark forest.
No, you were in a bunch of rolling grasslands on the side of a shoreline.
Okay.
All the forest is dark.
Yeah.
Now the question is, do we risk going in there? This illusion is proven to be quite real. It is, even Turner in his wolf form wasn't able to discern any distinct sense. Everything smelled like it was supposed to be. And I fear there may be harm if we are to actually get hurt.
Would humanoids have different scents than anything else? Would I be able to discern any scent?
Roll a perception with advantage, since you are in wolf form.
Actually, that would be a good idea.
I use my own wisdom, right?
Yeah.
See if there are any humanoid scents around here other than us.
Oh, nice!
Bam.
You do smell something unnatural from within the dark forest that leads to it. It's an old trail, but you can tell there's something weird, something strange. You've smelled something like this before on Olek's Quickling, It smells, it reeks of chaos.
Oh, jeez.
And the path leads in to the dark forest.
Oh, shit.
I guess we'll be heading in, aren't we?
Yeah, let's follow it.
Do you want to go get Calden and Olek?
We'll report to them and ask them if they want to come in.
Yeah. There may be a Fae trapped in this.
Olek,
program.
you want to kill some chaos?
I just want to point out that Calden isn't actually in that. The mental link.
Yeah, Olek will be relaying to you. As much as Olek will want to, anyway.
Yeah, whether or not Olek relays it is up to Olek.
Ezeth, mic check.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Alright. So,
Olek, you want to kill some chaos?
let me talk to Calden. So, Calden,
Oh boy.
apparently they have chaos in there. They found chaos.
I want to kill it.
What do you think about this?
They found chaos.
You see, they never say that there is such a thing as chaos. And so now I don't quite trust them.
So they used the word chaos.
Yeah, they said, do I want to go in and kill some chaos?
And Arl's gonna pipe up. We might have found a Fae, to be specific.
I don't think you're actually hearing this conversation.
No, we're not.
Yeah, she's doing
It is-
yeah.
That's fascinating.
Ask any further questions.
Yeah, can you try and get them to describe it a little bit better?
So what, Aldis and Inaral, what does the chaos exactly look like?
They seem to be some sort of whimsical little people who are stealing children and causing problems and spreading misfortune. It sounds very much like the Quickling that we found.
Okay. Calden, it is a small creature that steals children and apparently takes them and it has to be like the chaos that we had. It has to be like the chaos. I don't want to go in there.
Oh boy.
Children eating chaos, if that goes out of the door, we will have children eating chaos outside. They can just keep it in there and just...
So, Golden, I think Golden would know that they can't actually leave the portal.
Roll a wisdom save.
Just a sec.
This is your time to shine, roll a wisdom save.
I think you have advantage on that, too. From your racial ability.
Do I?
Let's see, Heart of Dark, nope, wrong thing, telepathic limit, oh, here it is, telepathic insight, you have advantage on all wisdom and cost saves.
Okay.
Roll a wisdom save.
16.
Olek, a moment of clarity comes upon you. If there's chaos in there, and it's only one thing, then you could just kill it and restart the whole program like Aldis told you at one point. But now that the door is open, the risk is definitive. It is never guaranteed to be safe unless you get rid of that chaos inside.
I gotta take care of this chaos. I'm gonna stay at the entrance and wait for it to come out, and I'm gonna kill it.
Okay.
Golden, reason with him.
Calden, you are aware that the program cannot be reset without getting rid of that thing, and the program is actively fucking up all of the systems of the hotel.
Boy.
So it needs to be reset, or else the power outages and things like that will continue.
We might have to worry about the spiders wandering afield.
Hmm. You know, I kind of like Olek's plan of staying at the door.
So basically, we're gonna flush it towards you.
Or come running towards you.
That seems like a long walk to flush it towards the door.
But there's another problem, is if Calden and Oleg see that you're basically chasing out chaos or Fae or whatever, They're gonna be very suspicious about you.
I mean, you will be.
Yeah.
Coleman's gonna see it for the tactical maneuver it is.
So what's it gonna be, guys? You gonna stay at the door?
Yeah.
Turner and Arl on us or Aldous? You gonna go try to flush him out of the forest?
I'm gonna try to sniff it out.
You will have to...
Wait a minute. If we're flushing it out of the forest, I think I have an idea for what might be the best way to flush something out of a forest.
We don't want to attract the attention of the town.
You want me to just burn this bitch to the ground? Is that what we're doing?
But that will attract the attention of the town. They might come... We might have more than just one Fae to deal with if we get their attention.
Town is fake. It's just
The injuries might not be.
I was waiting for somebody to say that they're not people. I was waiting for somebody, because it wasn't going to be me.
There is one real whatever in there. So it can't be that all of the town is real. There has to be one. One only.
That's strangely logical. I feel like Oleg's reasoning would be they're created by magic, so they're just automatically evil.
That would actually track.
Well, they don't use magic at all. They don't use any magic at all. They just live a perfectly humble farm and fisherman lifestyle.
Or would Oleg sympathize because they're created by magic similar to the Verdun?
He might sympathize because they're so rampantly against the chaos.
Okay. I'm gonna drop wild shape. All right.
Yeah,
so we can sniff this thing out, or I heard somebody say burn this bitch down, and I can do that. I can just blow every spell that I got to just start the biggest wildfire that anyone has ever seen, and we just go back, close the door, and see if that thing drops down to 0.
Would that be a good idea, though? Because, again, that will attract the attention of the town. Like, I guess we could set it...
You guys go ahead and go. Make your way back to the door. Once I burn everything, I'll give you a couple of minutes head start, 2-3 minutes head start, and once you guys get going, I'll just unleash literal hell, and then I'll just wild shape and, fly out as a bird, No big deal.
Maybe, just to be on the safe side, because we don't know the exact size of the boundaries of this environment, it might be a good idea to try to capture it normally first, and if things go south, there's always the plan S for Scorched Earth.
There is also the possibility that what we're looking for might not be Fae. Because of the smells, I'm just wanting to err on the side of caution, because we don't know how real this is. We don't know if your fire... I'm having a hard time trying to figure out how to word this.
The fire might be less fiery in the simulation against simulated wood.
That is also possible, actually.
Yeah.
It's just been described as very real thus far. We could always try burning a branch to find out how well it burns.
Yeah, that's another thing, though.
Flame on a branch. Just use produce flame on a branch. Just snap the branch off and produce flame. See what happens.
It catches on fire.
Well, we know fire works.
All right. Cool.
Alright, I guess.
Okay. Let's,
It might be simulated, but even Gnarl's druid senses are just going, no.
All I'm
just
saying
that
is
real.
maybe make it a backup plan after the normal attempt at investigation. Let's put it like that. Because if we can't catch it, we can flush it out with the forest fire. But if we can catch it normally, then it would be significantly easier.
Do we have time to take a short rest real quick?
Yeah, you can go on back to the town as normal people and take a rest and get some food or whatever.
Okay. I'll do that just to recharge the wild shape, because I'm going to need my wildfire spirit, and I'm going to need to be able to sniff shit out, so...
Alright, well, you go back, and the people seem a little on edge, and as they see you, a young woman comes up and says, "Oh goodness, I'm so glad you're back. Did you hear about the skin changer they said was out on the McCreary farm? Oh, it's so scary. I'm so sorry you had to see this.
We have heard about it.
Not to worry. Good.
I was going to say, we have heard about it, and we're going to see if we can track them down, because it might be the person we're looking for.
Oh, don't risk yourself. Come spend the night. We're having a fisherman's feast tonight. It's safe here in the village, and you don't have to worry about nothing scary. Please, come rest yourselves.
Aldous taps his armor with a loud clang. I assure you, we're quite capable combatants. We'll be glad to deal with this threat.
That as may be, you shouldn't do one on an empty stomach there. Why don't you come in for the Harvest Festival, and the Fisherman's Festival, and the Foraging Festival, and make yourself at home for the night, and then go off and deal with all of those scary things in the morning, why don't you?
I have a question. Do you have a festival for festivalizing festivals as well?
Well, we have a festival on every day here in this tiny little community. It's one of the only things that keeps it exciting.
I see. Aldous is gonna walk to the rest of the party and thinking telepathically. Let's try and get out of here at the quick as possible. Let's not.
Yeah, well, only a short break.
Oh, are you taking them up on their thing?
We're not taking them up on their break, because that sounds like it's going to be a multi-day thing.
Well, at least the night.
The question is, I don't know if we have that much time before things start going out, because if the power goes out and the simulation loses power, who knows what's going to end up happening?
But you would just be there in an empty room.
Would we?
Well,
that's the question.
It wouldn't terminate until the occupant... We're at 7% power, as I recall, so I think haste is all important right now.
Yeah. If it wouldn't terminate if there was one person in here, imagine what would happen if it were to terminate with people in here.
So
good.
So a young woman comes up to you and gives you a flower and goes, "Please don't go to the dark forest. It's dangerous."
Aldous will light up his gloves with the radio weapon infusion and say, "It won't be that dark for us."
We have our own sources of light. We will be able to enlighten the dark forest.
Does anybody, or Calden, Olek, do you want to come with as they go back?
They're going back.
To the dark forest? Or to the door? Are you going to the door or the dark forest?
We're talking about going back into the dark forest.
Because Calden's at the door.
Yeah, so is Oleg.
Do you guys want to join them as they officially go into the dark forest this time?
Well, you know, they went to the town to take a brief rest.
Yeah, do a little chatting.
And then they got intimidated by the fact that they have a celebration, so they don't want to have a quick rest anymore. They're like, oh no, forget about the quick rest, they're having a celebration, fuck off. And then like they run off, and now they're just going back into the forest, and all the while, you know, Oleg and Carding sitting outside there being like, oh my god, what's going on?
I wouldn't mind staying for a short rest, not an all-night rest though, given the potential time crunch we're under.
Oh, but you seem such nice people. Why don't you just stay for the night?
You can see the vein kind of busting out his head just a little bit. It's like, thank you, I assure you, but we must be on our way.
Oh, if you insist. But
we have a time pressure.
Please do come back to our peaceful little town any day.
Of course, we'll keep you updated when we get our situation handled.
I have a quick question. Have I seen any indication that they trade in coin at all?
They have coin, but nobody seems to be using it because they're all so happy-go-lucky, and people just hand off fish and loaves of bread to each other all the time.
It's like a local community, you know. Everyone knows everyone, and everyone knows we'll get it back.
Yeah, there's probably only 300 people in this whole community. Yeah.
Aldous will pull some food out from his bag and hand it to him as a gift, as thank you for their hospitality.
Oh, thank you very much there. I was getting a touch peckish anyway.
Please enjoy. It's a specialty.
And he bites it right in front of you, and then nods to you and tips his hat and walks off.
Alright, let's head back into the forest then.
All right. So as you,
I in real life have to go cook dinner.
all right. So as they are going to the dark forest, we shall end the episode here today because it's practical.
Yep.
All right. So thanks for watching, everybody. Everybody, feel free to say goodbye.
See ya.
Bye.
Have a good one.